PDP. He joins us actually from our studios in Abuja. He is the Deputy Director General South of PDP Presidential Campaign Organisation. Mayor, thank you for joining us today. Well, yes, INEC has said time and again that they are ready for these elections. And as I did start off asking the APC guest who we had, different people had different perspectives about INEC's preparations for these elections. Do you or your party have any concerns about the forthcoming elections?
Well, having this morning. Well, like I said, I'm not in charge of dealing with the INEC. But I know that INEC every state have had different stakeholders meetings and the party PDP and attended meetings, and wherever is an issue, they discuss it with INEC, and that's they've been doing.
Well, I'm sure that you're very interested in the elections, much as you're not the representative of your party at the INEC meetings that are being held. This is because we also know that politicians and your campaign organization will ensure that they are spreading as much of the information that INEC is giving your representatives to the electorate. So we'll still ask you some questions above you and whether or not you have any concerns concerning this election that are yet to be addressed.
Well, I don't know of any now because, quite frankly, a few weeks ago when there were issues, we brought it to the attention of INEC. For example, when issue of about 20-something million have not received their PVCs, the party did say, well, listen, you can't say you're ready when almost 35% of the registered voters have not received their PVCs. You know, and other issues. And I'm sure recently, issue of card reader was also mentioned because you have a situation where you're going into a major election with equipment that has not been tested or used anywhere in previous elections. But these are issues, and I know INEC is working hard every day to be able to at least achieve a good election and a good result. And I believe that we've pointed all these issues out to them and they're dealing with it.
Okay, so right now, as it stands, the latest figures we've been able to get from INEC, I hope I'm still very current, is 81% of people who've collected their permanent voter cards. The question then will be, are you satisfied with that number, and what has been done with the card readers to also allay your fears in that area?
Well, you can see the improvement between what happened a few weeks ago in terms of collection and today. That's why people said it's okay to go on with the election. It doesn't matter. You know, even states that had below 50%, people were saying, let's go ahead with it. But now you could see the improvement. If indeed, like they said, it's now 87%, you know yourself that if you go for an exam, you can only achieve an A from 75%. So they've now achieved an A. As at the time they wanted to go to the election before, it was clearly below that A. So now, of course, because there's no law that says every voter must vote, or every registered voter must vote. Yes, it's possible that some people are not keen on going to pick out their own, but 87% is definitely better than what it was previously. On the issue of card reader, everybody have listened to the so-called test run, and they've seen the deficiencies in various areas and everything. And I hope INEC is working hard to ensure that when and on 28th, the issues that we raise will not be something that will affect the election. INEC has said they are ready, and I believe that PDP as a party believes them. And that is why, even when it was rumored about changing the chairmanship, the president said, I believe in them, and we're going to go ahead with them. what we are asking them is, if they might not, maybe during the election, they might not be 100%, good result in terms of the achievement of what they are doing, because it's never happened in any election. But we want to see 100% effort in ensuring that this election is free, fair, and credible, and accepted to all Nigerians.
So does it matter to your party then that there have been protests up in, everywhere that the chairman of INEC be removed?
Well, in these circumstances, you hear all sorts of things. There will be all sorts of protests for and against and everything, and nobody is even sure of who is protesting, who is behind those who are protesting. But I know that the president who appointed the chairman have said, I have no intention of removing him, I have confidence in him. And that is the only person people should listen to.
So is it the view of your party then that, yes, we will proceed with elections, but while they go ahead, put in 100% effort, wherever that leaves us, on the 28th of this month, the elections will hold?
They are the only body that, of course, when the president and I have said that 28th of March and 29th of May is absent. So nobody is trying to tamper with all those dates. When it was postponed before, Nigerians can now see the reason. I listened to when you said that the American Vice President said they're happy with what is happening, which shows they've seen that the reason for the postponement is genuine and is good for the country. For us, what we are keen is what is good for the country.
Well, anyway, I think this issue of the card reader would seem as if it's been overflogged, but we really can't have more than enough. We must keep talking about it because we all need it. From the way you have highlighted, it's not as if you are writing it off. You say it's good, but you're talking about the timing and some of the hitches we have recorded so far, isn't it?
Now, what I'm saying, for me, the only dimension is that I wish it has been used for a previous election, like all the state elections that took place in the past few years, because this is like introducing a critical component that's not been used before at a major election. I don't know how you have described it. It's like introducing, you're trying to play a World Cup final and you bring a new ball that's never been used before, or introduce some rules or something like that. It's critical. But however, since the referee or those who by law are the only body that can conduct the election says we're okay with this, and I think for us as a party, we're ready to go with it.
Well, the way it is now, moving forward, we have always talked about, the peace accord, which would seem that is just on paper. The hate speeches that we have recorded so far in campaigns from your party, from everywhere, how do you think we can stem this as we move into the last stage of this campaign before elections?
Well, on the issue of peace accord, everybody that is in this country knows that President Jega is a peaceful man. I don't think we've had any president that is as humble, simple, and as peaceful as he is. You in the media can testify to that. That is why he signed the Freedom of Information Bill and receives all sorts of people calling all sorts of names and everything. I've never heard any journalist has been arrested in prison or harassed and everything. Even when he made the use and everything, whatever they say, he listens to it, he jokes with it and everything. I don't think 10% of what people say around President Jega can be said to any other past president of this country without you not getting to your house that day. So he's a peaceful man. And he has always advocated that. He has always said that nobody should do anything untoward. Nobody should harm anybody, fight or do anything, have consistently maintained that no Nigerian should be harmed, and that he doesn't want anything like that for his own benefit. So he's keeping to it. In issue of peace, you will still have all these things and all over, because while he as the leader can be preaching peace, in parties you have all sorts of people. And that is what you see in a family. You have all sorts of characters. On the issue of hate campaign, even in the Western world, we've seen it. You know, go and look at the American elections.